It's coming up on about a year since I posted the last video of this car. And considering the fact that I'm not a YouTuber or anything by any means necessary, the last video got a pretty good amount of attention, so I wanted to give somewhat of an update. Again, this is a 1998 Honda Accord EX-V6. I bought this as my first car in October. I think it was October 1st of 2018, when I first started college, and I actually graduate college this December. So it's been a really good car to get me throughout these past few years. Um, Not much has changed since the last video, honestly. One thing that has changed is the wheels. These are wheels from a 2002 Honda Accord EX-V6 coupe, so the two-door variant of this car. I like the split spoke design over the solid spoke design that came with the original wheels. They're not too much bigger. The original wheels were 15 inches and these are 16, so not too much of a difference, but it's noticeable enough. And the car is really dirty right now. You might not be able to see it that well, but it is. I believe that VTEC sticker was there on the last video as well. One thing that you can't see unless I really pay close attention to it is you probably can't see because of the condensation on the car right now, but I locked my keys in there a few weeks ago, so I had to kind of pry that door open to stick a hanger down in there. But you can't honestly see that unless you pay close attention to it. I did take all of the window visors off. The front ones were already off, I think, because they had fallen off, and I ended up taking the back ones off as well. And I had intentions on ordering more, but I decided not to, and I'll actually go over the reason I decided not to in just a few minutes. I ordered an Acura Legend t-shirt from this company called Flip Shift, and this little plus 5 horsepower sticker came with it, so I just added it to the back window. And honestly, this color always comes across as black, but it's actually a darker shade of green. G87P, or Dark Emerald Pearl, is the official name of it. LED tail lights, everything's still the same back here. The red Honda badge, that's from an EK9 Civic Type R, I think. And that's honestly as close as I can get to a Type R at this point. When I do start my teaching job full-time, that'll be something that I invest in, either a Type R or a Type S. The TLX Type S, I should say. And you realize that this is a little bit mismatched. So I had a blowout the other day. I was pulling up this car. I used this car to do DoorDash for the past few months. And as I pulled into this place to deliver my order, I realized that this tire had blown out. And it was like completely gone. So I decided to put on a, I tried to put on the spare. As soon as I put on the spare, I realized that that was flat as well. So I had to make arrangements to get myself back home to pick up this wheel and this tire out of my garage. So that's why that's there. I would buy a new tire for the other wheel, but again, I'll get into reasons why I didn't do that in just a second. But honestly, I remain absolutely appalled by just how well this car has held up over the years. It's not perfect by any means necessary. It does have its issues. You can see that this is my dedicated spot in the driveway simply because it leaks oil like a madman. And honestly, could I get that fixed? Yes. Have I gotten it fixed before? Yes, and every time I do, it starts again. But anyways, yeah. The car has held up really well. I still love it. This was my dream car when I was a kid. And kind of strange because not everyone's dream car is a Honda, especially a Honda Accord. But there's something about them that I've always loved, and I still do. And I have literally no intentions on getting rid of this car anytime soon. It's 23 years old right now, and it might seem a little bit unrealistic, but if I can get another 23 years out of it, I surely will. But she's going to take a little bit of a hiatus from daily driver use because I recently acquired this car. Actually, this is a 2004 Honda Accord EXL sedan, obviously. It's the four-cylinder variant, so it has the K24A4. It's in completely stock form right now, and I'm not going to modify it to the extremes because that's simply not my taste. So I'm pretty much going to follow the same formula that I did with that car. So I'm going to tint the windows, get the sunroof visor. I'm going to get a little rear window spoiler for the back window. I had one on that car. I didn't like the way it looked, so I took it off. But I'm going to try again with this one. I'm going to get the rear spoiler for the trunk because I feel like in its stock form it looks a little bit awkward without the spoiler. So I'm going to order a paint match wing spoiler off of eBay for that. Wheels I'm going to keep stock. I am going to get some new tires because those are pretty much on their way out. Again, so tinted windows, sunroof visor, new tires, rear window spoiler, wing spoiler, and I might consider getting the dark housing for the headlights. The lights themselves are LEDs right now, so I don't have any reason to change those. They look really good. They're kind of like a bluish color when they're on. And yeah, besides that, that's pretty much it. Something interesting is that the 2004 actually has more miles on it than my 6th generation Accord. My 98 has 197,000 miles, and the 2004 actually has 219,000. So it's considerably more, but I wasn't really concerned about this car having higher mileage simply because the owner was really transparent with me about the car's history, and simply driving it lets you know that they really put a lot of care into taking care of it over the years. It's 6 years newer than my older one, but obviously it's not a brand new car, but it's in really good condition for what it is. It actually has something that pretty much sold me on it regardless of the higher mileage. And these are pretty hard to come by with this specific thing in my area, so when I found it, I knew I had to grab it while I could. This one actually has the 5-speed manual. So something that you don't come across very often. Honestly, these and the V6s with the 6-speed are pretty much just as hard to come by as one another in my area. There was a V6 coupe with the 6-speed manual for sale about a month ago, and I considered getting that one, but it had a few issues, and I didn't want another fixer-upper because honestly, as much as I loved my 98, that's pretty much what it was. The car is in great condition aesthetically, but in terms of mechanical condition, the last owner didn't necessarily take care of it as well as it deserved to be taken care of. So I had to put a lot of money and a lot of effort into getting it to the condition that it is now. And even now, it's still not a perfect car, but it's much better off than it was. And don't get me wrong, I'd still trust the drip to take this car anywhere. Within the past month, it's been on a couple road trips, and again, I would trust to take it anywhere, and that's honestly why I have no intentions on getting rid of it. But yeah, in terms of daily driver use, the 2004, that's its job now, and I'm looking forward to all the adventures that are to come with this one. Once I get the windows tinted, once I get the spoiler, the sunroof visor, and all that stuff on, I'll do a more in-depth video on the 2004. But I just wanted to give that update. Thanks for watching.